Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Essential Oils workshop. I'm Kelly Kraft, Program Manager at Gilda's Club Quad Cities. We are live right now with Rikka Stewart, Wellness Advocate for doTERRA, and I will let Rikka take it away.
Thanks, Kelly. Welcome. I am happy you are here to learn a little bit about essential oils. I am going to share my screen. I've got a little PowerPoint presentation, and we're just going to talk a little bit about what essential oils are, how to use them, and maybe some specific protocols for things that you might be dealing with during this amazing time of COVID. I find the most interesting thing being at home. I work from home generally, so that's not new, but my whole family is home too. So it's very likely that you will hear dogs or kids or my husband in the background, and that is just the order of things right now. But I'm super excited you're here to learn 3 cool things about essential oils and 3 ways to use them. And then we'll talk a little bit about specific protocols. So I am Rikka Stewart, Wellness Advocate for doTERRA, and I've been using essential oils daily for a couple of years now. They've really made a big impact on my life. I'll go into a little more detail as we continue, but my initial introduction was for digestion. So I was experiencing some GI issues. I was going through a diet change and sugar detox and all sorts of negative things going on with my gut. And so I was offered lemon oil to put in my water to drink with each glass of water I consumed, and a blend called Digestion that I rubbed on my belly. And I was a little skeptical, kind of wasn't sure it would do anything, but I did that consistently for a couple weeks and felt great. So I was really kind of intrigued to find out what other ailments essential oils could address and how they could support my overall health. So essential oils are have been around for actually thousands of years. So we can find information dating back to 3500 BCE, when Egyptians used essential oils for cosmetics, medicines, and more. In recent times, we've strayed away from natural products. We started turning to more synthetic and artificial chemicals to support, or rather to address, specific problems that arise. So we use chemicals in our cleaning agents and in our skincare lines and all sorts of daily use around the house things. But then we've also turned to synthetic agents in our medicines. And I personally am a big fan of modern medicine. And it definitely has its place, especially right now as we're dealing with a world pandemic. But I also believe that we maybe neglect to consider natural options and how they could support our health as well, without any kind of side effects or negative impact. So these days, many people like yourself are looking for natural solutions that don't bear the risks or side effects of prescriptions or even over-the-counter medications. So the first thing I want you to understand about essential oils is that they are 100% natural. So essential oils come from plants that have medicinal or health benefits. They are the aromatic compound found in any number of parts of the plant. So it could be the leaf, the stem, the bark, or the flower. And they're extracted from these plants to provide us with specific health benefits. They're 50 to 70 times more potent than dried herbs or herbal supplements. So that is really powerful and efficient in that you don't need very much to get kind of a good benefit. So we're actually gonna go ahead and experience, maybe not all of you have peppermint, but if you do have peppermint, I want you to go ahead and pull that out, your little peppermint vial, and put a drop in the palm of your hand. You may have to tap the bottom of that little sample vial to get a drop out, but you just need a drop in your palm that you can see. And then I want you to go ahead and rub your palms together and very carefully place your palms over your nose and take a few deep breaths. You might have to close your eyes. And kind of take note of what you're experiencing. I find peppermint invigorating, energizing. So it actually opens up our airways and gets oxygen moving, which can give us a boost of energy. It can clear nasal passages. So if you're congested in any way, it kind of opens up your sinuses. You might even feel it all the way back in your throat as you breathe in deep. And it can help you feel more alert. Now, whatever's left, go ahead and rub on the back of your neck. And you'll feel maybe over the next couple minutes kind of a cooling sensation, a tingly cooling sensation. And that's another thing that peppermint oil does. It cools down the body. So maybe if you are after exercising or doing yoga or anything like that, it can cool down your body. Or even if you have like a low-grade fever, it's great for cooling down the body. Now, that one drop of peppermint oil was the equivalent of drinking 28 cups of peppermint tea. So my bladder really appreciates the efficiency of a drop of oil rather than all that liquid. And there's no side effects. So there's nothing it's not gonna counteract with any medications you might already be taking or anything like that. It's just a natural product that your body knows how to utilize and support you the way it was meant to. Move you guys over here for a second. Okay, so the second cool thing about essential oils is that they are effective. Oils actually contain hundreds of compounds in each oil. So they're made up of many different compounds that can support our health in many different ways. So they're versatile, and they might have a number of different uses at once. So for example, peppermint might be great for cooling down the skin. Like let's say you have a sunburn or something like that. Peppermint would be great to cool down the feeling of the sunburn. But it also is great for headaches. So it might be one that you would apply on your temples if you're feeling head tension, back of the neck if you're feeling kind of neck tension. And it does these things because it has so many different compounds so it's not just one symptom that it might address, which is different from kind of over-the-counter medication. When you take a medication, you're taking it for a specific single symptom, whereas this is giving you an overall effect, almost actually on a cellular level to support your body. Oils can penetrate the cell wall, so they actually can get into the inside of the cell and work on a cellular level to support us. If you look at your palms, you can see that oil is gone. There's no oily residue because your body absorbed it. It was able to absorb it into your body through your skin, which is our largest organ. And our bodies are made up of cells. These are natural plant-based cells, and our bodies know how to utilize them, break them down, and use them to support us as best they can. On Guard is a great blend of oils that we have that is super supportive for kind of immunity. So this is one that people are really flocking to right now because it is an immunity booster, and it's something that can go into our bodies to kind of make us a little bit stronger so we can ward off things that might be coming to attack us and make us feel less than healthy. Excuse me. So the third thing about essential oils is that they're safe. This is not true of all essential oils. And I am specifically talking here about doTERRA because that is what I'm familiar with. Oils are, there's a huge market for essential oils these days, which is great. I mean, we're getting the word out that they are healthy and beneficial. But 80% of the oils on the market are diluted or adulterated. The plants may not have been grown organically and in their natural habitat, so they don't necessarily result in the best chemistry, which is going to give you that, that effectiveness that you're looking for from bottle to bottle. So there are actually 4 different grades of essential oils. The first grade is synthetic. This is like the fragrances that you would find in your cleaners or your air fresheners, things like that. These are actually toxic, so they're not something that you actually want to expose your lungs to frequently. But candles also would generally have synthetic fragrances attached to them. The second category would be food. So this would be like extracts or flavorings. It's a really poor quality of essential oil, and it doesn't support you on a wellness level. So you wouldn't use it for any sort of health benefits. The third category is therapeutic grade, and this initially was established to kind of make the difference between synthetic and extracts and more medicinal grade. The problem is that it's not regulated. So anyone can claim therapeutic grade on their oils without having the research or the proof to back it up. So there is a standard out there called Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade. And this is a very set protocol that oils have to be tested and third-party tested, and the results have to be available to the public. It's very transparent. And this is the only quality of oil that I personally will use. But because of the Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade, I trust that those oils that have that standard are safe and medicinal in their quality. One cool thing about the safety of CPTG oils is that they actually have side benefits. So a lot of medications will have side effects, kind of problems, and oils can have side benefits. So when we think about lavender oil, we think about it as like a calming oil. So it's one that we diffuse for kind of stress reduce or to relax us to get ready for bed. But it's actually calming to the skin as well. So it is one that you could apply topically to a rash or eczema, and it will calm the skin. It's a very powerful natural antihistamine. So it's actually one that I take internally for seasonal allergies. But you don't think about that when you just think about lavender. But because they're so versatile and they have so many different compounds, they have benefits that you just wouldn't necessarily think of. Let's see. Okay, so those are the 3 cool things about essential oils, that they are natural, effective, and safe. The next thing I want to talk about is how you use them. So again, there's 3 ways. So the first way is aromatically. We did this with the peppermint when we breathed it in from our hands, but we're actually going to do this again with a second oil, wild orange, which again, you should have a little bitty vial. Go ahead and put a drop of that in your palm. Rub your palms together. Love the smell of orange. So wild orange is actually, our citrus oils are extracted from the rind of the citrus plant. So it's not the flesh. It's not the flesh part of an orange or a lemon. It's the oil that's found in the rind. So when you smell wild orange, you should smell like you're peeling an orange. And it is, I can't smell wild orange and not smile because it is just an uplifting aroma. The compounds found in wild orange essential oil have actually been shown to reduce things like stress and anxiety. So it actually has an effect on the brain. It works through our limbic system and through our olfactory nerve into our limbic system and actually sends messages to our body to tell us how to react, how to feel. It's similar to if you went to a dentist, let's say, and you had to have something more than a cleaning. Maybe you had to have a root canal. And so your dentist might offer you laughing gas to breathe in. And so you breathe in those synthetic compounds, and the compounds tell the limbic system, tell your brain to enter into a state of euphoria so that you are feeling no pain and the dentist can get to work with it, you know, without you screaming. So it's similar with the aromatic compounds found in essential oils. It's the same process. Our body takes it in and our limbic system filters it out and tells us how to feel. So when we smell something like wild orange, we get a sense of sort of happiness or joy. It's energizing, invigorating, and uplifting. I love to actually mix wild orange and peppermint together. I used to be a 2 cup a day coffee drinker. And that second cup would be about now, 2 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And I started just putting a drop of each wild orange and peppermint in my palm and breathing that in instead. And that was actually enough to give me kind of the energy I needed to get through the rest of my day. So now I'm a 1 cup a day drinker because I still like the taste of coffee. So another oil that we like to use aromatically is Breathe. And this is again a blend of oils specifically targeting things like congestion. So this is a wonderful oil to diffuse. A diffuser is a great way to aromatically experience oils. You fill a diffuser with water, add a drop or 2 of the oil, and then you can run it all day and it fills the whole room. It kind of gives you your whole room the aromatic experience you're looking for. Let's see. Another thing you can do is just, put it in your palms like we just did, or you can just open a bottle and inhale. Now, I will tell you that there is often a difference in the smell factor, if you will, from inhaling from a bottle and diffusing. So it might be a little more intense if you're just sniffing it directly from the bottle. The second way we can use oils is topically. Topically gives you more targeted, specific benefits in that you can, like I said, target a specific area of concern. Now, when we apply oils topically, we typically recommend dilution. When you diffuse an oil in the air, you actually want it to disperse and fill the air so that you can smell it and have that aromatic benefit. But when you apply an oil topically, you actually want it to absorb into the skin. And so the best way to do that is to use a carrier oil. And our carrier oil of choice is fractionated coconut oil. Fractionated just means that it's liquid at room temperature. We like this particular oil as a carrier oil because it doesn't have an aroma of its own. So it's not going to interfere with the aromatic compounds of the essential oil that you're trying to experience. It's very similar to the sebum produced by our skin. So our skin knows how to absorb it quickly, and it's moisturizing. So it's actually beneficial in and of itself. But if you use a carrier oil to apply an essential oil topically, you can cover a larger area, and that will allow the essential oil to be absorbed by the skin, giving you the benefit that you're looking for. A couple of oils that are great for topical use. One is Deep Blue, which comes in an oil, and it comes in already pre-made rub that you can apply topically. This is great for pain. So this is our soothing blend. It has wintergreen and peppermint and a couple other oils in it, but it is just fantastic for relieving both joint and muscle pain. Also tension. It's one that I like to rub on my neck at the end of the day, especially if I've spent way too much time in front of the computer. Another oil that can be beneficial topically, applied topically, is Digestion. It's the blend I was talking about at the beginning that kind of started my journey with essential oils. And this is one that you can apply topically directly to the belly, and it can relieve everything you think of for the Pepto-Bismol commercials. So if you think of a Pepto-Bismol commercial and think through all the different things that that particular product addresses, Digestion does the same thing. If you are looking for, so if you're looking for a targeted approach, then you would apply an oil specifically where you're feeling pain, or if you're addressing like a skin rash or something like that, you could apply it directly to wherever you're having a reaction. But if you're looking for a more overall benefit and you want to apply an oil topically, there's a couple places I specifically recommend to do so. One is the base of the neck. So that's going to get right into your kind of your nervous system and give you kind of an overall benefit. And the other is the bottoms of our feet. This is great for children who struggle to sit still. Generally, children don't put their feet in their mouth. And then the third reason we like the bottoms of the feet is there's some oils that are really, really beneficial that you may not like the smell of. So if you rub it on the bottom of your feet, put your socks on over, you don't have to smell it, and you're still getting that, that benefit from having it enter your system. The third way we can use oils is internally. So this is only true of CPTG standard oils. I would not recommend purchasing any other oils and taking them internally, but these are safe to ingest, not only safe, but recommended. And there's a few ways that we can do this. So citrus oils specifically, lemon in general, or specific oils in general, citrus oils in general, lemon oil specifically, is great to put in a glass of water. A safety tip is to use glass or stainless steel whenever you are consuming citrus oils specifically. Citrus oils are fantastic at detoxifying our bodies. So they actually get in and can pull toxins, things like plastics and stuff that shouldn't be in our bodies to begin with. They can pull those out and get rid of them, eliminate them, but they'll do the same thing to a plastic cup. So you wouldn't want to put like a drop of lemon in a plastic cup because it'll break down that cup, and then you would be drinking kind of a broken down plastic. And so you're actually entering toxins into your system. So you wouldn't want to do that. So glass or stainless steel whenever you are consuming oils internally. Lemon is a great kind of internal detoxification oil. It's actually also great for as a surface cleaner. It and wild orange are, well, any of the citrus oils, but could be added to just water as a surface cleaner. It's very effective at killing germs, bacteria, fungus, things like that. Another oil that I take internally is daily is frankincense. Frankincense works on a cellular level to make sure that our cells are working as effectively and as efficiently as possible. It's one that we have a lot of research on in connection with things like cancer and brain health and Alzheimer's and things like that. Personally, I take it daily for mood stabilization and have found real benefit of doing so. This is one I just put under my tongue. So every morning I put a drop of frankincense under my tongue and go about my day. Okay, so if you requested a sample of some oils. You told me one of 4 categories that you were interested in. The first category I want to go over real quick is sleep. So if you're having trouble either falling asleep or staying asleep, I sent you 2 little itty bitty roller bottles. One is lavender and one is serenity. Got someone waiting here in the waiting room, Kelly. The first oil I would have you try for sleep is lavender. So this would be one that you can roll on the bottoms of your feet about 20 minutes before you're ready to fall asleep, and on your chest. So on your chest, you're going to get the aromatic benefit. On the bottoms of your feet, you're just going to get the overall benefit of getting it into your system. And do this about 20 minutes before you're ready to fall asleep, and it should induce some relaxation and help with that. And then if that isn't strong enough, I would move on to serenity, which is lavender on crack. It is really powerful. It's a blend. It includes lavender, but it has some other oils in it as well that is has been super helpful for me in addressing narcolepsy. So I am narcoleptic, which means I don't actually have a problem falling asleep. I have a problem getting that deep, restful sleep that is regenerative and useful for making me feel my best. And serenity has been the oil that's helped the most for me. The second issue you might have requested oils for is pain. So you would have received a little roller bottle of peppermint. It's pre-diluted. The lavender and the serenity were pre-diluted as well. And this you can roll wherever you are experiencing pain, muscle or joint pain. And if the peppermint isn't strong enough and doesn't help you, then I would move on to the little packet of deep blue rub. You need a very little bit of the deep blue rub for it to be effective. So one packet should have 3 or 4 applications worth, just a little pea-size amount wherever you are experiencing the pain, and that should relieve some pain. Point of safety tip. So if you ever get oils, specifically I'm thinking deep blue rub because this has happened to me. If you ever get oils in your eye, your immediate thought will be to flush it with water because that's just what we instinctually think to do. But that's actually going to drive the oil deeper and going to cause more discomfort. So what you want to do is grab a carrier oil, whatever you have in your kitchen, olive oil, canola oil, any oil that you can find. Grab that and rub it right under your eye and even on your lid. And within minutes, that's going to pull the oil out of your eye and relieve any discomfort that you might be experiencing. So should have mentioned that earlier. A third protocol or a third ailment you might have requested a sample for is anxiety. As I said today, in today's world, I think everybody's anxiety is boosted a little bit. And so you would have a little, 2 little rollers. One is adaptive, which is a fairly new blend doTERRA came out with that specifically targets mental health. And there's actually been quite a bit of research that adaptive has been super beneficial for those who suffer from clinical anxiety. I suffer from clinical depression, and anxiety or adaptive has actually been one of the things that has allowed me to over time get off prescription antidepressants. So this one, I like to roll it in the crease of my elbow. Kind of gets into the system, and I find that soothing. But then also on your pulse points and right under the lobe of your ear. So this is going to get into the endocrine system, and the compounds found in the adaptive blend are actually specifically targeting GABA receptors in the brain, which produce things like dopamine and serotonin. And so getting it into the endocrine system is actually going to get it moving through your whole body and affect your hormones positively. The other one that you would have received is Balance, and they can be used together or separately. Balance is our grounding blend. I love to roll it on the bottoms of my feet every morning, kind of get me centered and ready to start my day. And then the final sample protocol I would have sent would be for digestion. And this is exactly what I did when I started with oils. So with each glass, remember glass or stainless steel, when you're ingesting oils, put 1 to 3 drops of lemon in there. And 1 to 3 kind of, it's a matter of taste. So however strong you like your lemon water to taste, start with 1 drop, add another 1 if you like it a little bit stronger. But that's going to help flush things through your body and kind of get your gut in optimal health. And then specifically for any kind of stomach discomfort or GI issues, you would have received a little roller of Digestion, which you can rub right around your belly button. I think, yeah, okay. So that is all the information kind of portion I have. So I'm gonna let Kelly go ahead and stop the Facebook Live portion.
Perfect. So thank you so much, Rikka. I will say goodbye to our Facebook audience now. And if anyone watching on Facebook would like to join us on these workshops via Zoom, you can sign up at gildasclubqc.org/calendar. Thanks for watching.